Okay, welcome back to the workshop. Just going to show you what we're doing here. I'll turn the camera around. So the workbench here, bit of a mess, quite old, run down, no storage. So I'm going to do a few things. Some old drawers here. I'm going to build these drawers into each side. On the top, I'm going to put some 9mm MDF down on the top. Glue and pin all that down. A nice work surface on there, and then we'll put a trim across the front of it, and then paint and just renovate all this a little bit just to make it look a bit nicer. Get all the plugs and all the conduit tidied up. So yeah, just a little bit of a renovation of the workbench area. First of all, just tidying things up, just putting things away, getting things ready. Okay, top's cleared off. Next job is to clear all this away. So I can start sorting underneath out, ready for the drawer units which are going to be installed. So let's clear that out now. Now underneath's taken off, taking that support out, just giving it a quick sweep out. And we'll probably cut two small lengths just to keep it propped up. It's got the 9mm MDF lid on top there. We'll glue and pin that down, and then we can trim this off so it's nice and flush all the way down, and I'll cut a piece to go there. So next step on here is to use some wood glue. Just using some Gorilla wood glue on there, spread it evenly across. Just to try and cover all surfaces, and mainly just to get it really secure around the edges so it doesn't start peeling away. This is like a plastic laminate, so I'm not sure how well it will stick to it, but we'll see. So that's the wood across, wood glue, sorry. So now we're just placing the MDF down onto the wood glue. Just using my nail gun there just to pin it down, but what actually happened is it got stuck in the corner. So I've switched over to doing screws now, so just screwing some holes through, which are quite tough into the laminate, but I managed to do that, so that's no problem. And then obviously just screwing down into that laminate and securing the wood down. Did it in each corner and a couple in the middle just to try and keep it down to that glue. Okay, two pieces of plywood down, lined up, looking good. Needs a bit of fit, so we'll couldn't use the nail gun because the surface underneath is too hard, so I had to screw everything down. And I've got this front end clamped down just to glue that front end down. I've screwed it all the way along, but it'll be covered by a trim anyway, so it should be fine. So I'll let that do overnight, and then we can do this gap the next time. Okay, got this gap. Cut a piece 39cm wide, slide it in there, measure about this corner, and we'll cut it out, see if it fits. Beautiful. Get it glued and screwed down. Okay, got my router out. You just route a bit. Said router just to run it on the edge of the MDF, and it should hopefully cut this old board so it's flush with that one. So we'll get it on the router and see how we get on. Didn't go to plan, cut some chunks out, but it's a bit messy with the plastic everywhere, bits everywhere. So I'm going to try and use a jigsaw, cut most of it off with a jigsaw, and then just shave the edge off with my router, because I think it'll just burn through the blades if I do too much. So we'll try it with a jigsaw, get as close as I can, and then finish it off with a router. It's going to be a nightmare this. Let's see how we do. Okay, I tried with the jigsaw. Wasn't great because obviously the tight edge to it. So I'm using my reciprocating saw here just with a wood blade on it. Kind of made light work of it. Obviously vibrations, sending everything crazy on the workbench with the drill sliding towards me. But that was much easier to get through without the jigsaw. And then once that's trimmed, I'll then use the router just to flush trim it real close and get a smooth, flat finish on the front, ready for the trim. All done. Got a nice flush front to that now. Use the router just to finish it off with a flush bit. Smoothed it off. Made a total mess. So I'm going to clean up and then put the front trim on. Okay, so things are trimmed now. What I've done as well, put a couple of beams on the right hand side ready for the drawer unit, but that's all flush now, all flat, ready for the front trim, and we'll do the drawers next. So we've got a side panel here fixed onto those bits of wood that I've screwed onto the side, and that'll be what I can use to drill the drawer runners into, or secure them onto, and create a second piece on the left. 2 panels in and got the first bottom runners for the drawers on. So I measured up from the bottom and put the second runner on, and now I've got the 2 drawers in. So I'll put the third one in this side and then some more on the other. So I've done exactly the same on the left hand side, built a frame, put 2 bits of plywood on, a drawer runner into the bottom, and then we'll fit each of the drawers above them. So I've got Matilda on the camera here, filming, so I'm just pinning the front trim just on front of that flush edge, just to make it look really smart. Do that all the way across. Here it is, most of it done, just need to put a bit on the edge and then round the corner. Paint job started, brush it on with the multi-purpose paint from the tool station. 1 coat on there so far, all that back bit to do as well. Second coat of paint on the top wall, so now I've put the white boards up with some brackets and the pin boards in the middle there as well. Okay, so we've jumped ahead quite a bit here. We've got some trim at the back of the workbench, done all around there. It's got the 2 coats of the grey paint all over it now as well. At this point I'm just putting some clear varnish across the top of it, so it's the Ronseal interior varnish. It's a clear matte. This is just to protect the worktop, because obviously I'll be using it quite a lot. Might get chipped, so hopefully a couple of coats of this on top of it, and on the front edge as well. Should just give it that bit of protection that we need. So it's really easy to apply, just using the sponge brush there, just evenly over the top. Dries really quick, and then we'll apply a second coat over there, and hopefully that should be enough. And then as I need to, over the months and years, we can just top up with some more varnish if need be. Okay, socket tying up the old ones here and replacing with some new ones. So I put a silver one on there and then 3 white ones on the other ones. So I've got a couple more to do there, just to tidy up a little bit. Just using the lap double sockets that I had left over from the house build. So I think this is done now. So I've got 2 silver ones, white switch there, obviously the white ones there. Looking much better, much cleaner, much tidier. Now just putting things back together, just organising my stuff, giving a bit of a clean down. You see I put the tools on the pin board. Things are going back together nicely. I put my 3D printer out. Soldering iron will go on there. Obviously tons of sockets, so things can be plugged in at the same time. And we'll have a little monitor on there just to plug in my laptop into. Okay, so there we go, all done. Let me show you fully what we've done. Flip round. So obviously we did the workbench itself, did the trim around the edges, painted it all with 2 coats of the grey paint. We then put the clear wood varnish on the top of it. It's all been painted up here, painted up here, and I'll finish it off at some point in between there. Got the new sockets on, all across there. Whiteboard's mounted up. This pin board here for organising tools on. Got the 2 sets of drawers in there as well now, one there and one there. I put a shelf on top of them both. Screens in, 3D printers in, got my soldering iron here, power supply there. A bit of organisation there with another pin board up there. So yeah, we'll use this workbench. I'll use it for doing my soldering on. We'll do it for creating videos, editing videos out here as well. And then we'll just keep adding to it. But that's it for now. So thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Seeing some renovation ideas of this workbench, doing it cheaply with the MDF rather than replacing the whole thing. The trim on the front, and then reusing the IKEA drawer set that we've got as well. So if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. And if you want to see more videos, subscribe to the channel. Cheers.